just returned from a marvelous pilgrimage in Tibet, where I think the changes, the transformations, the activation of energy that's happening is going to have a deeply profound impact for the planet and the shift going forwards, particularly with regards to the activation of what we can call dragon energy and how that can transform the balance of power on the planet right now. So I felt to share a snapshot and to encourage an inquiry into that energy and how it can uplift your life going forwards. It was marvelous to be back in Tibet. I can recall it fondly from past lives, especially, for example, the portal of the palace, which you can see behind me, which was the home of the Dalai Lama.
My God, just wow. When I thought I was coming to Tibet, well, I'm in Tibet, believe it or not. Despite all the music. When I was coming to Tibet, I had this vision that I'd be walking along little dust trackways and find my way to this absolutely jaw-dropping palace. Wow. That is absolutely stunning. I certainly hadn't expected this incredible conurbation, this metropolis all around me, all around the place. It seems they're making even a simulation of the old Tibet. Heart-rending, yes, heart-rending, but the majesty still remains. Makes me feel breathless looking at it.
And the energy is astronomical there still, despite the fact that you've got this growing metropolis around the palace in Lhasa, and actually through many parts of Tibet, which is being mirrored by the rollout of the matrix simulation that you can say is happening across the planet.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Probably both.
But nevertheless, the energy was strong, you could feel it, and it was incredibly uplifting. And from there I traveled out into the countryside. I saw beautiful 70-kilometer indigo type lakes that really held the energy, the toroidal field, the toroidal flow, and you could feel that really uplifting your soul. And you could feel the Bodhisattva elders in the ether holding the space. I traveled to glaciers. Wow, at one point I felt like my whole being was dissolving into the glacier. It was a fantastic prime experience that took place there. I met beautiful people up on high mountain passes where I managed to get a coconut matcha latte, 5,000 meters, phenomenal.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
And I traveled to wonderful Tibetan monasteries like the Tashi Lumpo in Shigatse, which so warmed my heart. Such a beautiful sense, vibe, feeling to it, and really marked my experience. Especially also in that location was the anchoring of star being energies, such as the Andromedans, which you could feel very clearly. Some blocking that had taken place, yes, but that was relatively easily removed with the help of the Anu, for example. So the energy strengthening all the way toward the Himalaya mountain range, the Everest mountain range, which I felt particularly drawn to. Didn't know especially why, but it had that strong compulsion. I thought Kailash might be the destination, but no, it was definitely the Everest mountain range. And I was surprised, shocked at how I managed to get there, how easy it is to get there. I thought I might be trekking, I thought I might be riding a pony, but right now there is a strong rollout of the simulation happening all through the Himalayas.
This is the Gatala Pass, heading out towards Everest. Not too far in the distance. And on the one hand, amazingly sacred, yet the power line and the building coming up here and the development, wow, incredible. Feels like a race against time. Higher dimensionals coming in, but you've also got the simulation coming up the pass. Race against time.
With power lines, with restaurants, hotels, and bus systems to bring in new tourism to the location, which on the one hand is, of course, I would say is a good thing, because it's getting people into that energy field. But also, of course, there's the concern with the increasing technology, EMF, and construction development which is going on through the Himalayas, which was pretty shocking, even at Everest Base Camp, where there is now, basically a bus station leading into it and a camp that you can stay at, which is just short of where the mountaineers begin to climb up to the peak. But nevertheless, it's a growing site, it's a growing conurbation.
Morning, how you doing? This is our tour guide.
Yes.
Say hi. Say hello to the Openhand community.
Yeah.
The Openhand community. Say hi.
Hi. Yeah.
And you've got all manner of things happening there. You've got raving happening into the night. But at the same time, the energy is still very strong. Well, let me qualify that. I felt that let's say the dragon ley lines there had been suppressed and were quite dormant. But there was an influx of Lyran dragon energy, which I was experiencing too, all through the region. And they were very much wanting to connect and provide a channel, an infusing channel for other star being groups to come in. And this group, the Lyran Dragon group, is something we experienced in the Facilitator conference several weeks earlier, where we felt their presence and an activation of energy coming from them. So an interdimensional mission convened, I guess it was already planned, that brought these two energies together, this Lyran Dragon energy, but also activating the dragon ley lines, which are primordial ley lines sitting below the surface level ones that we know well. So there was a strong activation. I could feel that. It was like the time had come for that to happen. The draconians or aligned draconians were there to support that. And so what you experienced was a strong activation of the Taurus. It dampened the partygoers' mood with snow and rain, which was about the restoration, to my mind, of the authentic natural energies, but also inviting people to connect into those, which I think is a very positive thing to be doing. And so I'm supportive of tourism there, providing that there is respect for the naturalness and the authentic beauty of the Himalayas, of course.
So these are our wonderful hosts. Have you been up the mountain then? Done your meditations? You can't go back to sleep. It's almost lunchtime. You're supposed to be up and about doing your meditation and your daily practice. No? Have you been up Everest? You have. You've climbed it?
Yes.
Good job. Well, then you can have a lie-in. you earned one. Bye. See ya. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You got a cigarette? You took what I say? What I say? High fives. See you again.
Yeah, yes.
See you again. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So this was all tremendous. This was all strong. You could feel it. It was very uplifting, very inspirational. And the dragon energy then seemed to, effuse from that location and down the energetic channels back along where I came into Shigatse, and then all the way back to Lhasa, and then finally into mainland China. This was a strong feeling, a sense, a kind of pushing back of the matrix and the simulation, a folding and unfolding of it, a pushing away of it. Very strong, very activational, and very, it's like riding a wave, very uplifting, very fulfilling. And all the way anchoring itself into mainland China. And when I came back, for example, I felt the presence of those dragon ley lines wanting to be activated and resurgent. And so I spent some time in the crop circle, the final crop circle, in the field where the facilitators had completed our gathering there in Avebury some weeks prior, as if we'd marked the field, as if our position and our energy work had been noted. And that then was the wonderful feedback loop for that connection. I felt the grief of the dragon energies. It was raining on that day, going into Avebury. I felt the grief of the misappropriation of dragon energy, which is easily done because it's very strong, it's very activational, it can lead to addictive distortion. It's been misappropriated by black magic elements on the planet for aeons. But now it feels like this energy is realigning, it's strengthening, it's connecting into the dragon ley lines, and it is sure to have a transformational effect on the balance of power on the planet, both at an energetic level, but also, I would say, at a surface level in society. We can expect, I would say, a greater opening happening through society and the strings of power coming in the months and period ahead. I would see also a strong activation of volcanoes. We've seen that. Again, it's a very activational energy at a planetary level, but also breaking through, helping us break through karma, the 4D plane, and open up into the higher dimensional shift. So my trip there was a personal pilgrimage, yet it seemed to combine with a multidimensional mission, which really helped activate some strong, primordial, ancient, historic energies, which are now seemingly infusing the planet. And I felt to call it and share it with people so that you can be aware of what might be available to you as we transition forwards through the shift in the months, years ahead. So I would invite you to explore exactly what does dragon energy feel like. It's alchemical, it's creative. How do you feel to create in your life? What projects are wanting to come to you? Engage in them. It's sure to stimulate that creative, innovative energy within you. Make sure you keep it boundaried. Don't over animate it. Take plenty of pauses. Sit in the Taurus as well. Watch those addictive behaviors. It requires discipline. It requires meditation, containment. It's why we're incorporating dragon breathing into the open hand Himalayan bow now, so that we can activate the energy, yes, but contain it and therefore channel it into our lives. So this is a very vibrant development which is happening right now. I would encourage all to investigate, explore it, work with it, meditate with it, animate with it in your life, and see how it then might transform all aspects of your life and really bring that to bear, because it's a very positive development and possibility that we can all really benefit from as we go forwards in the shift right now. So I wish you well with that. It's definitely something we're going to be incorporating into the open hand work going forwards. I'd encourage you all to get out on pilgrimage, retreat while we can, and really work the energies of the field that are really coming active for us right now. I wish you well in that. Namaste.
Você quero